Hey, it's Matt. Welcome back to another tool haul video. Today I have some thrift store finds and some antique store finds here, and I've been kind of just collecting these for a couple of weeks now and figured it's getting a little out of hand here, so I got a pretty good video going here. Got a lot of Craftsman stuff, a lot of sockets to go through. So stay tuned for the end. We're going to have a lot of holes to fill in with this stuff. I already looked and kind of peeked, and I know I got some metric stuff here that I needed to fill some holes at home here. So got some wrenches that are going to fill some holes, and we got some really cool old stuff in here. So stay tuned. Let's get into this and see what we got. We'll start on the left as usual. Got a pair of needle nose pliers here, and I haven't been able to identify these. The only thing they say on them is West, so could I assume that means West Germany? Are these German? These look a lot like those Seymour poultry shears with this orange paint on there, so that's why I was drawn to them. They just look very similar. I believe those were made in Switzerland. I am not sure. I don't recall, but yeah, West, if anybody knows. I believe it's probably West Germany, but I could be wrong. But they're in decent shape. They look like they're practically brand new, so I had to snag up on those. And again, I didn't tell you how much I paid for all of this. I got about probably 50 bucks in this stuff. I overpaid, or probably paid market value for the stuff that I got at the antique store, which was those two wrenches over there, this set of sockets here, and a couple of miscellaneous sockets here and there, So, I'm kind of evening out here with the overpaying on the antique stuff, but I got a lot of thrift store stuff here that I got a really good deal on. So I think I did all right on this one. Got this little Stanley screwdriver. This was a thrift store find. It's in really good shape. 65-320. It's just really nice looking screwdriver. Looks like it's been used a couple of times, so the working end is a little narfed on there, but still a good screwdriver. All right. All these sockets, where do I start? I guess let's start from the top, maybe. Sure. Got a bunch of Stanley Professional here, these three sockets. I got a 5/8 spark plug socket, and what do we got here? I don't know, where's the size there? A 13/16, and I think that's an 11/16. Yeah, 13/16 and 11/16, so we'll see at the end if I have any holes to fill with those. I'll add that to my enormous spark plug socket collection. We have some Proto sockets here, Challenger and Proto. So we got a Challenger 1622, 13/16. It's got the nice clover stamp on there, and that's a 12-point in decent shape. 1/2-inch drive, and the rest of these are both 1/2-inch drive as well. We've got a Proto, not a professional, just a regular Proto 5422, 11/16, 12-point. It's got this weird symbol on there. Come on, show it good. Yeah, you kind of can't see it with the lighting there. That's all right. That's good in there. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. I've never seen that before. Very strange. It's got the star on it as well, so who knows? And then we got this one. This is another Proto, and this one is a professional. 9/16, 1/2-inch drive, 12-point, shallow. And this one is a little Fleet, 1/4-inch drive, 3/8, 6-point. And all of these are Craftsman down here, so let's scoot over here. We got a None Better, another 11/16, 12-point, shallow. And we got a Circle. Is it a Circle? It's the NB in the Circle. You can barely make it out, but I figured I'd snag that up. It's not in too bad a shape. 1/2-inch drive. Got a Thorson 11/16. A lot of 11/16 in this haul. 1/2-inch drive. Looks like it's barely been used. 12-point, shallow. Two Allen, or as I call them, Allen 5/8, 12-point. And we got a 7/16, 12-point. Looks like they're brand spanking new. So see if I fill any holes with those. What do we got up here? Is this a Blackhawk? I think that's a Blackhawk. Yep, Blackhawk. USA. 32011M. And you're shaking. What size we got here? 11 millimeter. We got ourselves a Kraueter, 7/16, 1/4" drive, 6-point, in decent shape. Got a Cornwell, which I love to find. This one I got at the thrift store. So it's cool, 1/2" 3/8 drive, 6-point. So that's a nice Cornwell socket. And this one is a Par X, and I think Par X is related to Snap-on, if I remember correctly. I'll put a little note in here if I'm wrong. I'll look that up at the end. I'm pretty sure that's a division of Snap-on, but I could be wrong. It's all marked up. It's got necks on it. It looks like it slid around pretty good. Got dragged somewhere. And it's not in the greatest shape, but I always pick up this Par X stuff because I don't see it that often. So that's cool. All right, what else we got? That's Craftsman. I did that fleet. We got this little guy here. Little 1/4" drive. And that's a Herbrand. 20609. 9/32, 6-point. Pretty thick wall on that sucker. But I figure I'd snag that up. Got 2 SK sockets here. 11 millimeter. And a, come on, 11/32. Both 6-point. We got a 3/8 drive and a 1/4" drive. And, you know, later, more modern SK sockets there. And last but not least, of the non-Craftsman, I have this really cool American Forge 3/8 socket. And I just love that logo there, that eagle with the wing there. Pretty cool. So I had to snag that one up. 3/8 drive, 3/8. I think that was there. All right. Craftsman, what do we have here? Most of this stuff is all G or G1 or G2. I got 3/8 drive. I got, what is this? We got a 5/16, which that's kind of a difficult size to find in a 3/8 drive. So 5/16, 6-point. Got 2 3/8. Got some metric sockets here. A couple of these are going to fill some holes. I got a 9 millimeter, and that's 12-point 3/8. These two are, I think they're a V or a, yeah, single line V. So I'll have to see if these fill any holes. We got a 14 millimeter and an 11 millimeter. And then I got a 15 millimeter G, which I know for sure is going to fill a hole. Got a bunch of 1/4" sockets here. These are all metric, I believe. Yeah, metric starting at 4. I got a 4, a 5, a 5.5. I got 2 5s. A 5.5, 2 6s, a 7, an 8, I'm missing a 9. I got a 10 millimeter G there. So if you watched the last video, I needed a 10 millimeter G, so maybe I'll put that one in there, but I almost got a full set here too. Maybe I'll just put this with it, wait for the 9 for that one, wait for another 10 for the other one. I got almost a full set of 12-point, which are kind of hard to find in the 1/4", but missing a couple in there. But again, those are all Gs, and that's a standard SAE. I got a full set of SAE 6-point, and I believe those are all G. And then I got a couple other different miscellaneous ones. These are like a later, I don't know what these said on them. They got that etched logo on there. So they say made in USA, but I'm not sure where those are from. But there's a couple of those in there. And then I got these two, which are standard. And these are, come on, focus. And those are a V as well. Single line V. 6-point. 1/4" drive. So we'll have to see if those fill any holes. And these I got at the antique store, and they were a bit overpriced, but it's they're 6-point deep Craftsman, and they are V. And they're all in about this shape. They need some cleaning. They're not too bad, but they look like they've barely been used. So that's why I snagged them up. And I think these were like $2 a piece. So yeah, it's pretty pricey on them, but I figured I'd snag them up. And I'm missing the 1/2" and the 9/16, and it goes down to 7/16. So I'll have to see if I have any of those. I don't think I do, but we'll double check. And then we got the only deep 1/4" drive, 1/4" G. 6-point. All right, wrenches. We got a 3/8, 7/16 open end, and I think that was a VV. Yep, a VV. Got a 1/2 inch 9/16, and that's a VV. We got a box 9/16 1/2 inch in the V. Got a 12mm, I believe that's the VA. No, it's a VV. So 12mm VV. Got a 5/8, and that's a VV, and that's again the one with the bad machining on it. And I know I already have one of those, so I'll have to start a new set with that one. Got a 7/8, and that is a VV as well. So I'm going to add this one to the set of VVs that I have, because I don't think I have a 7/8 in there. So that's going to fill a hole. Got some Indestro wrenches here. Got a little Indestro 3/8 combo, and that's a 6-point combo. So that's a cool little wrench in decent shape. Got this little, yeah, we'll talk about this one, why not? Got this little ignition wrench, 1564 7/32 V. Little rusty. Got this other Indestro. A couple videos ago, I got one of these that was pretty beat, but I figured I'd snag this one up. It was in, decent shape, not too abused. What else we got? Let's talk about this Barcalo here. We'll go down here. Got this nice Barcalo 3/4 5/8 in really decent shape. And it's a thinner wrench, so I like that. And it looks like it's never been used. So excellent shape wrench. So figured I'd snag up on that. Got an extension here of the Craftsman variety, and that is an H. 3/8 little stubby there. All right, now let's get into the old stuff here. Oh, this little wrench here, I normally don't grab these, but I can identify it. It's a Lakeside. It says Lakeside trademark. Just like that logo, and I don't have any Lakeside tools, so I snagged that one up. And this one here is a Walden Worcester. And I had an old set of sockets, like stamped steel sockets of these that were from like the late 20s. And I sold them, so I don't have any more Walden Worcester's tools until now. So I think I might hang on to that one and throw it with the other ones, just add to the collection. All right, this screwdriver, I should say clutch driver, is very interesting. So this is a Forsberg manufacturing company. It says Bridgeport, Connecticut. It says Whale, made in the USA. W506. And what this is it's not a typical screwdriver. It has this weird end on here. And this is a clutch tip. They made different sizes and different styles of these, but back in the day, that was a common fastener. Older cars had that style on there. So if you've ever worked on cars from, I want to say like the 40s, 50s or so, you might find some fasteners like that. So I didn't have one of these, so I figured I'd pick this thing up. It's a little rusty. It's bent, but I never really came across this brand before. So I figured I'd snag that thing up. I might clean it up, and I'm just going to keep that in my box. I do work on old cars every once in a while, so maybe I'll need that someday. But the prize jewels of this haul are these two tools over here, these two box wrenches, and I was really excited when I found this one, and then I was really excited when I picked up that other one. So let's take a look at this one first. We got ourselves a Plomb WF84 7/8 13/16, and I think I might have this exact wrench, but this one's in excellent shape, excellent looking wrench. So I figured I would snag that up, and right next to it was this other wrench, and I grabbed it and I said, well, that looks like a Plomb, and just looked at it, and man, it looks like a really old Plomb, doesn't it? But it's not. Or is it? Got ourselves a Calif tool, 3/4 7/8. So this essentially is a Plomb So back in the day, I don't remember exactly what happened. I'd have to read up on it again, but I think the guy who started the Plomb tool company sold off to this Calif tool company or something like that, and then it just this California tool kind of disappeared and became Plomb, or vice versa. I don't really know, but this was pre Plomb or had something to do with the Plomb before that. And if we look at the manufacturing of this, specifically just the way this is cut out here, this is the 7/8 end. So we're going to take a look at this one on the 7/8 end of it. And they just look very similar. This one's a little bit thicker wall on it, but you can just see that it's like uses a very similar process to make these tools. They look very similar, but yeah, I've never come across a California tool, so I was really excited to get my hands on this thing, and I think I paid $7 for this and $7 for that one. These were both at the antique store, so you know, are they worth that? I don't know. It's you know, something that I'm gonna collect and hang on to. So it's just an older tool, pre-Plomb, or if you want to say that, or right at the beginning of Plomb. So I like that. All right, what do you think? Do I got about $50 here? It's, you know, around $50, give or take. It might be 45, it might be 55. I forget, you know. I went there like six hauls from a bunch of different thrift stores and antique stores. So yeah, well, I think I did pretty good. Let's wrap this up with some hole filling and see if I can complete any sets. All right, my favorite pastime, filling holes. Let's see what we got here. We'll start in the back here. Got a strip of, what are these, 12 point metric sockets, and we got a 15 millimeter in there of the G variety, and that'll fill in a hole. And we got that 9 millimeter of the G variety, and that'll fill that hole. So we're slowly building up that set there. I need a 18, 17, a 16, a 14, and then we don't really need the 8, the 7, and the 6 and a 3/8 drive, but we'll see what we can find. This one is a V, a single line V, so I may try to replace that, find a 19, and I think there's another V in here somewhere that I'll try to fill in with a G in the future, but that's good. We got 2 sockets in there, so definitely good. Let's take a look at the 6-point standard set here. So we have pretty much a full set here, but this 5/16 right here is not a Craftsman G, and that's what the majority of those are. It's a Stanley Professional. So we got a 5/16 G in there of the 6-point, so we're going to put that in there. That'll fill that set in. We got a 7/16 V, I believe that's a V or a VV. So I still need one of those, but we're going to keep that in there for now. And I have a Stanley Professional 7/16 in here, which, as you recall, I got a Stanley Professional 7/16 and a 13/16. So I'm going to take this 5/16, that's going to go with this set, and this 11/16, this one looks pretty dang nice. So I'm going to take this not so nice one, and I'm going to put that in the set there, and we're going to put that one in that set, so those look a little nicer together. And I'll probably clean that one up, but these are my in-use sockets, so if it's rusty, I'm going to use it. I'm going to abuse it. So that takes care of that. All right, what else did we have here? We had some Thorson sockets here. I got a Thorson 11/16, and I had in my box a 5/8, and I think that's a 1/2 inch. Yep, and a 1/2 inch. So got another socket to add to that set. And the Kraueter, I had a 7/16 Kraueter that I picked up, and I got a 3/8. So I'll stick those, building on that set. SK, I didn't have any metric SK 3/8, so I just stuck that in the box. And this is my strip of 1/4 inch SK stuff that's just not in use. Overflow, and you know, a bunch of different years here. 11/32. We'll just stick it in there. You know, I got one of those older Knurled style ones in there, but this is kind of just a hodgepodge of SK sockets. So no real hole filled in there. I don't have a 1/4 inch, or a 1/4 inch drive and a 9/32. So I guess it does fill a hole, but it doesn't complete like a you know, a year sitting there. So throw that off to the side. And what do I got down here? I got some Proto professional sockets, and I think there might be a couple in here that aren't a professional. I think it's that 9/16 right there. So what did we get? We got a professional 9/16, and we got not a professional 11/16. So let's see what we have here. This 9/16 I'm going to pull off of there, and that's just a standard Proto 9/16. So oh, it's got the big hole in it too. That one's got a little hole in it. So I'm going to take that one off of that rail. I'm going to put this 9/16 professional on there because that's what belongs on there. And this 11/16 doesn't belong on there, but let's take a look if we even have an 11/16 in here. I don't have an 11/16 on this rail, so I do need an 11/16. I'll probably throw that one, you know, since it's not a professional, I'll just keep these two together, and I'll just leave that 11/16 off of there. So we got a hole filled in that, or the proper socket swapped onto that rail. Just throw those back in there. Let's get to the Craftsman box wrenches here. We had that Craftsman V with the barn roof on it. And I had a 5/8 3/4. So I'll add this 1/2" 9/16 to that. And I might have some more of these at work. I'll have to take a look. But for now, that's what we got for that set. Told you in the video, we got a 7/8 that we can add to the VV set. So I'm going to throw that in with these. So got another wrench for that set. And then the only ignition wrench of this variety I have is this 11/32 5/16. So I'm going to throw that in the bag with that one. Add to that collection. And we got the sockets over here on the right, the 1/4" sockets. So I didn't have too many holes to fill in there. That 1/4" deep G will definitely add to that set there. This was a full set already, so I got those. It stops at 3/8, so if I wanted to get the 7/16 and the 1/2" in there, I could add to that. This 12-point set pretty much had everything in there. We're missing a couple of 32nds, and I have a 7/16 to add to that. So we need just a couple more in that, and we have a full set. So I think I did all right. I filled a lot of holes with this stuff, and I kind of go in there, you know, into these thrift stores knowing like what I need and what I'm looking for to fill holes. So it kind of helps to take pictures of all this stuff and write it down. But you know, there's so much stuff and so many different varieties. I usually just go in there and just buy them. But what do you think? I think I did all right. Got some more wrenches here. Got some more holes filled. Building on some sets. So hopefully I can get some completed here and maybe sell some of these. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Like, subscribe. Have a good one.